What is up, Internet? Hello, hello. It is time for the 734. I'm Jason DeRusha. Nice to hang out with you online on this Tuesday morning. We appreciate you visiting us and counting on us to be your source for local news and information. Want to give you the weather for today, and it's pretty much a repeat of yesterday without the wind, which will be nice. Yesterday was okay, but boy, it was windy. I was wearing a sweatshirt outside, so I don't know. This shows how the lines on this move. It'll be close to 70 this afternoon. Kind of partly cloudy again, but get up into the upper 70s over the next couple days, so that should be nice. Let's talk about this. A lot of us love to do our gardening. I was hoping to plant my garden this weekend, but 2.5 inches of rain put a stop to that. Mail-order gardening company Brex lists Minneapolis as the 9th worst city in the United States for green thumbs. How dare they? How dare they? Brex says it's too cold. Average temperatures are frigid. That's fair. Precip levels are less than ideal, and the growing season is only 161 days. Are they right? They're kind of right. They're kind of right. Like, we love to garden, but part of what makes our gardening good is that we have to fight through some challenging conditions. Let's have your thoughts on this. Go to the WCCO TV Facebook page. Leave your comments. Are we the 9th worst? Are we going to be okay being listed as the worst at something? We'll share your thoughts in a couple minutes. Some members of the Minnesota Nurses Association are going to testify at the state capitol today, giving lawmakers a firsthand account of what is going on inside the hospitals during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's been kind of a weird deal, right? Because some hospitals, parts of them have been shut down. Others have been busy. Minnesota did report the lowest number of deaths in 2 weeks. 9 people lost to COVID-19, more than 16,000 confirmed cases. Wisconsin, 12,000 plus cases, 459 deaths. A new Minnesota driver's license is finally within reach. 14 exam stations open up across the state. People who want to renew or get that real ID, maybe you have to take a written test next Tuesday. Good news for 16-year-olds and their parents, because 14 of those locations will open for road tests. We learned overnight another Twin Cities business is closing permanently because of COVID-19. It's kind of a bummer. The Wooddale Fun Zone said the fun is over. They had, it looks like roller skating, got a little skee ball there, play zone, popular for birthday parties and stuff like that. It has been closed since March 16th. Because of COVID-19. Hard to imagine how a business like that is going to be able to come out of this, at least in the near term. More Minnesota casinos say they're ready to roll the dice and pull the thing, the slots, spin the wheels. They're ready for the gas. Casinos can do whatever they want, right? They are on native land. They don't have to listen to what the governor says or anybody else. So Mystic Lake and Little Six and Prior Lake will open up next Tuesday. Guests will have to wear a mask, and they're not going to let as many people in as normal to make sure there's room for social distancing. We traveled to Granite Falls yesterday, David Schumann, to check out Prairie's Edge Casino. They are already open. You can see doing temperature checks at the door. Guests are strongly encouraged to wear a mask. You see these little plexiglass dividers between many of the slot machines, and when you're done playing a machine, you have to push the call button, which of course resets your chances and makes you an automatic loser. I imagine that's what I always thought that does, but it does bring the cleaning crews over to sanitize. Memorial Day at Fort Snelling National Cemetery is going to be a little different this year. For the first time since 1939, no public Memorial Day ceremony at Fort Snelling. Kind of stinks, doesn't it? Every year, a nonprofit puts out more than 200,000 flags, one flag at every grave marker. But the organization that does that decided they're going to scale back this year because of COVID-19.
But with that said, we will still continue to commemorate the service and sacrifice of our nation's heroes in a ceremony we will perform. It's a non-public ceremony on Memorial Day with the laying of a wreath, a moment of silence, and the playing of taps.
So that'll be nice, and Flags for Fort Snelling is still taking requests on their website from families who would like a flag at their loved one's gravesite. You can also go on Facebook. They'll have a pre-recorded ceremony that'll stream there. Families are still welcome to come out to the cemetery. Actually, it'd be a really nice thing to do, right, to honor your loved one, but they are asking people to practice social distancing guidelines. President Donald Trump says he is taking a controversial medicine to ward off COVID-19. Told reporters that he asked White House doctors for a prescription for hydroxychloroquine to lessen symptoms in case he gets the virus. Now, the FDA has said, look, people shouldn't be really using this malaria drug outside of hospitals because it can cause heart problems. But let's dial down the hysteria a little bit. I mean, President Trump obviously has doctors and medical personnel available to him around the clock. Whether it's smart or useful or any of those things to take the drug, who knows? President says, what do you have to lose? Okay. Encouraging news about a vaccine, though, against COVID-19. Let's just again, dial down the expectations on this. But drug maker Moderna, which partnered for the National Institutes of Health, did report some promising results. This was a trial with 8 people. Early participants did develop some antibodies after getting 2 doses of the trial vaccine. Could be available as early as January. But bear in mind, 8 people. It's not that many. Can we read anything into this? It's better than it not working for 8 people, but, you know, bear that in mind. Hey, St. Paul Saints, today was supposed to be opening day, and you knew they'd do something weird, right? They're calling it an opening day. I really like this. It's so good. They're giving away free T-shirts. I don't think they've made enough. The Saints are giving away, 500 shirts? And if you drive by in your car, you can get 2. So, those are it starts at 5:30, and I feel like they're going to be gone in 20 minutes. This is fun, too. Remember when CHS Field opened? Gosh, I love that stadium. It's so beautiful. Best designed stadium I think I've ever been to. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can watch the first game from CHS Field from 2015. They'll be giving away prizes, too. And then there will be fireworks after the game. So check that out. Take a look outside in Lower Town for that. Minneapolis family, here's the thing. I have kind of had my fill of the drive-by parties. You know what I mean? It's Anna's 12th birthday, and you're like, it was really good at first, and now I'm over it. A Minneapolis family said, we're over it too. We have a way to make a real splash for our son's birthday. Pretty good. It's pretty good, right? Elton Nemechek turned 8 yesterday, and his parents set up a dunk tank, and they put his face on the target. And all day long, Elton's friends and family, I hope it wasn't literally all day. That does seem just torturous. But they did show up to dunk him at a distance.
I really don't want to get dunked in, so I get scared, and then every time they throw it, I would be like, oh no.
Have you ever been in a dunk tank? It's exactly like Elton described. That feeling of, oh, I don't want to dunk, I don't want to dunk. I'm dunked. Elton's dad said they sanitized the ball before every person got to take a shot. Elton told his family at the end of all this that the dunk tank was even better than getting presents. It's pretty fun. Let's get back to today's talker. We're talking about gardening. Seed Company says we are the 9th worst city in the country for gardening because our weather stinks, the precipitation is not ideal, and the growing season is too short. Eric is here with some of your comments, which I presume all of the comments are, how dare they? How dare they?
Different degrees of such,
right,
when they stayed on topic.
Okay.
Judy says, I agree with you. With such few growing days, I feel Minnesota actually does very well.
See, that's kind of my take on this. It's hard to argue with this company. The odds are not in our favor. Which makes those tomatoes so delicious when we make it happen.
Annette says, I had a bumper crop of cucumbers, tomatoes, and peppers last year, and radishes also.
Romaine lettuce.
There you go.
And Bryant said Minnesota is more of a giant mass of grass, be it green and healthy grass or brown and dead grass that you'd find somewhere like Crookston. So,
yeah, well, it's true. 9th worst.
I mean, we have an herb garden on our patio, and we're
Right.
still bringing those things in every once
Oh,
in a
yeah.
while. They haven't been planted
We
yet.
planted mint on the side of our house, and now mint has taken over the. That is an invasive species.
You gotta prune
mint.
and stuff. Make some more mojitos.
You have to prune it. Exactly. Well, now you tell me. But now it's too late. It's too late. The mint is in charge. Good stuff. Thanks, everybody, for your feedback on this. I can tell you, if the news media is getting back to reporting on where we line up on meaningless national surveys, it's just one more step back to normal. So, you're welcome. See you tomorrow.